everyone, I have some conspiracy theories and Mandela effect examples that are going to leave you shook. I am obsessed with conspiracies and the Mandela effect and all that sort of stuff. I watch so many videos, I do so much research, I watch so many like movies and documentaries about it, and I know that so many other people share this obsession. I think it's just really interesting, like you can remember something so specifically as one thing and it's just like not that. Basically, the Mandela effect is this theory that people go back in time and change things, and something that we've always remembered is slightly altered, and it's kind of evidence of, well, not evidence because it's, you know, there's information missing. It's like the theory that people have gone back in time and it's sort of little things and little bits of evidence. I don't want to say it's true because I can't say it's true, but I will definitely say that some of this stuff just I feel like has no explanation for it. I'm going to start off with some of my favourite Mandela effects and hopefully I will blow your mind. Something that has literally, I am so taken aback by this. So everyone knows the movie Sex and the City. It's not Sex and the City, it's Sex and the City. Like, what? I remember once I was really little and my mum going to see it, and I remember thinking it was like a really rude name. And I remember it being Sex and the City. It 100%, you cannot tell me it's always been called Sex and the City. That doesn't even really make sense. It's just, it was Sex and the City, but it's not. You can go and Google as much as you like. All you will find is Sex and the City. Shut. Another thing that will completely blow all your minds, you know the Queen song, like We Are the Champions? Right at the end, you know, he says we are the champions of the world. But guess what? There is no of the world. The song just finishes. We are the champions. This has so many people so confused because obviously so many people are Queen fans, so, you know, it makes sense because I've always remembered it of the world. Another thing is, you know the Monopoly man? Yeah, like think about how he looks right now. You know, he has the top hat, the suit. I have always thought he had a little monocle on his eye. He doesn't. So many other people have remembered him having a monocle, but he doesn't. There's not one there, there's like nothing there. When you think of the Pikachu character, think about how he looks. He has the yellow and the black, and the tip of his tail is black. But the tip of his tail isn't black, it's solid yellow. I'm not even a Pokemon like fan, and I've always known that like Pikachu, he has like the black tips on his ears and like the black tip on his tail, but there's no black tip on his tail, it's solid yellow. When I was little, I always used to watch Curious George with my sister, and we always used to, it sounds really lame, we used to love like the soundtrack to it because, what was he called? Was it like John Johnston? John something? I can't remember. But Curious George doesn't have a tail. He's a monkey that doesn't have a tail. Monkeys have tails. An animator wouldn't just accidentally leave that out. Now here's another one. I feel like this Mandela effect example could like potentially be maybe just like a misunderstanding, but in Forrest Gump, you know, one of the most famous lines is when he sat on like the little bus stop seat and he says, life is like a box of chocolates. When in actual fact he said life was like a box of chocolates. Now these are so similar, so I see how people could get these confused, but you know, if you're like an avid Forrest Gump fan, maybe this will like blow your mind and you know, maybe you'll remember. But I watched Forrest Gump when I was really young and I can like hardly remember it, but I do remember the line, life is like a box of chocolates. Like my philosophy teacher said it the other day in a lesson, but it's not that. He never said that. He said life was like a box of chocolates. This one, oh my god. So in Snow White, the Queen, she talks to the mirror, you know, like it's the most iconic part of Snow White, and she says, mirror, mirror on the wall, but she doesn't. You can go back and watch the movie. She says magic mirror on the wall, but she doesn't. Oh my god, like mirror, mirror on the wall. I feel like there's no way of explaining that. She has 100% said mirror, mirror on the wall. I don't remember a magic mirror whatsoever. My favourite conspiracy theory ever, like one that literally blew my mind. I actually heard this from Shane Dawson first, so Shane, thank you for informing me on this. My favourite conspiracy theory is that Britney Spears is a clone. Now, I remember when he said this, I was like, really? You know, you're really gonna say like a celebrity's a clone? Oh my god, I 100% believe that Britney Spears is a clone now. There's so much evidence that goes towards it. I'm going to leave Shane's video in the description box because he goes into it in like incredible depth, but I'm just going to sort of like go over it. So the first really like bizarre thing about Britney Spears is that, you know, she's always been known for having that really like baby voice, like it's like a little girl and it's really high pitched and it's like a really unique voice. But if you see videos of her singing when she was younger, it was really low, like really deep. If you search on YouTube like Britney Spears singing when she was younger, you'll see it was kind of like a soul voice, and it was really low and it was really powerful, whereas now she's got this sort of baby voice. And that was actually because her producer told her that she sort of needed a unique voice and something that was gonna, you know, make her different to other people. This has a link to the fact that pretty much every time now that she's on stage, she's lip syncing, and that's a theory that Britney can't sing anymore because all the strain that she was putting on her voice, creating that baby-like, really high-pitched noise, has actually made her lose her voice and she can't sing anymore. But the part about her being a clone, I don't want to get any facts wrong, but basically she'd like written some songs and she went to a record producer and she said to him like, I want to, you know, record these and I want to publish them, and the publisher and the record producer was like, no, you know, these are not going anywhere, we don't want anyone to see these. But she recorded the song anyway, but it just wasn't allowed to be published, and it was about being a clone, like it was literally about being a clone. It was called like Mona Lisa or something, and she went to this radio station and played it, and the record company went absolutely ballistic on her. Now the weird thing about this is that she knew it would get her into loads of trouble, so why was she so adamant about playing it? I think she was trying to convey a message and trying to convey that there is something more going on, and it was all about just being a clone. She also had a song and a music video which was literally like a cartoon of a girl in this like cloning place, and once again the song was about being a clone and sort of like having no identity and stuff, and it's kind of like she's trying to hint to us that there's something going on and that she's a clone basically. Similarly, another thing about Britney that actually like really broke my heart when I found this out. Everyone knows that Britney Spears, you know, allegedly went mad, and you know it's a really big thing, you know, when she shaved all her hair off because she was having loads of drug problems and stuff. But her manager, or like some other kind of person who was in charge of her, said in court that she was next day going on trial about whether she was able to keep her kids or not, because obviously, you know, it was known that she was taking a lot of drugs, and she'd been taking, I think it was crystal meth, it was some sort of really hardcore drug, and traces of it can be found in your hair. That was why she shaved her hair. It wasn't because she was going mad, it's because she so desperately wanted to keep her kids that she was trying to get rid of any evidence that she had any sort of drugs in her body. That is like so sad to me. I mean, you know, I 100% I think drugs are awful and stuff, but you know, I think it's like really heartbreaking to think that, you know, the whole world was looking at her thinking, oh my god, like she's lost it, when in reality she just wanted to keep her kids, which is what any mother would want to do, so it's like so understandable. Another conspiracy is that the Simpsons have predicted like disasters in the world. It's funny I say disasters because it was Trump's election. They predicted Trump's election. There's like this scene where Trump is going down the escalators after he's won the election, and this was like years ago. Trump goes down the escalators when he wins the election. Like how? Like how do you do that? Like how did they do that? You know, there's something weird. I believe in general like the election for Trump was rigged, because I find it hard to believe that over half of America would support such a racist, sexist and disgusting pig. And I'm not even sorry if that offended you because you like Trump, because honestly he's like scum of the earth. Another thing they predicted was 9/11. They had this little like newspaper thing there was like this little magazine thing, and it had 9 and then it had the Twin Towers next to it, and the Twin Towers are like 2, it's like an 11. How did they do that? I don't know. This all could just be a weird ass coincidence, like, you know, you think about it and it's like it could have been any cartoon, blah blah blah, but the fact that they have 2 things that happened is really weird. And yeah, that is my conspiracy theories, and Mandela effect. If you'd like me to do more, because there are so many that I could do videos on, there's like Illuminati, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, JonBenet Ramsey. I have watched so much about JonBenet Ramsey, literally I feel like I'm an expert now. I think I'm gonna film a conspiracy about the exorcism of, oh, what was she called? But I watched the film and then I did loads of research afterwards and I watched all the tapes and stuff and I was like, oh my god, it was so scary. I might do a conspiracy about the about basically the story behind the movie The Exorcism. It was like this woman and she was being possessed by all these different demons and stuff, and whether it was true or not and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I really hope you all enjoyed this. I hope you're like sat there at your computer screens or phone screens like, oh my god, because I know these conspiracies and Mandela effects have just like played with my mind so much and they are literally all I ever think about now. But that's kind of a good thing, you know, it's something to like be excited about and like be curious about, and it's something to look into. I love stuff like this. I don't know why. I love the idea of like secrets and things that we're not allowed to know about, because I don't know, I think it's exciting. But yeah, I've rambled on so much. This was supposed to be a really quick outro. Thank you all so much for watching. If you'd like to see more of me, don't forget to subscribe, leave requests and comments in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And yeah, I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye!